Hey Lumineers, my name is Shaik and I'm here to learn Lorcana together with you. Note that this is not a how to play tutorial. If you're looking for that, this is the wrong place. What this is a safe haven where I will play some Lorcana games and explain my choices. You in turn will call me on my misplays or faulty logic and help me to get better so I can help you to get better. Alright. So red green. Interesting. We want to play our Simba to protect the Lilo. We're not going to be playing Dr. Felicier. I do want to save the Stitch for later, so ink this one. Play this one as a bodyguard. Yeah, and then quest for 2. Alright, so a buddy of mine is going to play this deck this weekend at a tournament. I'm just helping out, see what I think of the deck, see if we can improve it before he's going to play it. Basically, the game plan is to out-tempo our opponent and try to keep that pressure up by using Amethyst cards, right? Let's see. I don't actually know what the Tamatoa deck does. And Aladdin. All right. So we want to play the Mickey this turn. These two can trade into Simba, but that's okay. Before we do that, we're going to play this and we're going to sing it with Simba. We don't want Dr. Felicier, so we would like to draw this one, and that's fine. Let's see. She will quest again. I actually want to... Well, we're not going to be playing the Mickey then, because we have 2 different targets now. Just, you know, keeping up the pressure. Turn 7, this dude is going to be able to clear the board. So let's see how far we can get before he does. Nice. All right, and this one takes care of that one. Oh, even nicer. All right, so now they have the board. Let's see, is this the time that we continue to lure, or are we gonna fight for the board? This is just a 1 trade. This is a 2/2. So this can go in here, or this can go in here, I mean. We don't have anything else, so we'll take this trade. We'll play this card, and we'll take this trade. And then, well, this one's probably going to go into our Lilo, but that's fine. Not going to... Well, we can ink the Befuddle. Let's ink the Befuddle to see, because next turn is turn 4. So if he doesn't get rid of the Stitch, then we can go into Rockstar. But this kind of forces him to make the trades, right? If we just kept this one up, then he would have an additional character to attack us with. And I think in this match, because he's aggro, we're aggro, I think it's important to keep fighting for the board. So, which one? Oh, he leaves the Stitch up. Nice. Aladdin. All right. Let's see here. It's 5, so it's a 4. The Aladdin can't take care of this. Dragon's Fire's coming down next turn, so that's gonna suck if he has it. But he only has 2 cards in hand, so let's try it. Shift onto this one. And now we can quest for 3. Are we gonna ink another card? Well, no, because this one will fetch us cards. This one will also fetch us cards if Dilo survives. So I guess we're just going to pass with this. Or, I mean, if Stitch survives. He needs to ink a card and then have the Dragonfire in hand, but then he only has 1 more card in hand. And then next turn we can refuel with the friends on the other side. And see if we can take control of the match, because we're already 3 ahead, right? Or 7 ahead even. That would have actually been a good card to play, man. And then just take this trade. All right, restand. Huh, interesting. Then does that then mean that he has the Aladdin? Okay, that would be that would suck. So let's see. We want to play this card to use the Stitch's ability. Select. Draw another card. Do it again. Sure. Let's just fill our board. See how far we can get. All right. This is good if we need to search for something. This is good later on. So we're gonna ink the Olaf, because I don't think Lilo's gonna survive, or Stitch is gonna survive another turn. And I do want to get to 5 ink, because I think that's the most expensive card, right? In this deck. Which would be the Dr. Falicier, which can shift with 5 over this guy, or the Goofy Bodyguard. So now we can basically play any card we draw. And it's just to see if he has the Aladdin, because that would mess us up. But he does not. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that then means... Let's see, 2 cost or less. Okay, so you don't work with this card. But that does mean that we can just take these trades. Like, you go away. You go away. Now we have board. We have enough to fuel back our hands. Let's play Be Our Guest first. We can't, or we don't want to sing, to see what we can draw. We need a 1 to fill up, so we're gonna take the Stitch just in case we get another Rockstar. And then we can just play the Stitch and then exert it, draw another card. Play another Felicier, exert it, draw another card. And now we have +7, so he needs to get rid of something, right? He could ink and then... What's the card called? The board wipe. Be Prepared. Right. He could have played Be Prepared, but then still, he would have just lost because he was too far behind. Oh, nice. So basically, because this deck is all aggro brush, right? No, we're not going to keep befuddled. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, and always, or at least try as much as we can to have these two. Because this is a deck that my buddy is going to play ERL, there are some budget options in there, right? But, you know, we work with what we got. Oh, mirror match? I think I have the better hand then. Let's see. We do have the Rockstar with the Stitch, so we're gonna ink the Goofy because we're not gonna play him anytime soon. We do want to play the Lilo because just the Stitch isn't enough to get rid of the Simba. And if he plays his Simba, then we'll play ours. And if he wants to take that trade, then that's fine. Ah, Mickey. Oh, Minnie. That's a good card. Again, we don't need this card now. So we're going to play the Simba with his bodyguard effect. And then start questing. All right, he's gonna. I don't know what other color he's playing, but he's gonna run out of gas soon. We kinda have some refueling capabilities. Ah, so he's playing blue. That's also a good card. That's like my, or like our Mickey. Okay, let's see. This one can take this trade. But our Rafiki can take that trade. I think that would be best. Or do we want to set up the Rockstar? No. No, we're going to play the Mickey. And then play our Rafiki and take this trade. He's just gonna quest, and he's also gonna quest, and then we pass. Okay, so this trade's gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen, and then hopefully we can do the Rapunzel into the Rafiki to draw two, and then push the Rafiki into the Stitch. And if he spends his turn clearing our board, right, then he actually doesn't progress his board state, so, or his win condition, whatever. So I think that's okay. Ink this one. Not going to be playing it. Do want to keep these two up. Now play the Rapunzel to refuel our hand. Sure, 3. Draw 2, that's nice. Then this one's gonna quest for 2. This one's gonna quest for 2. Questing for 1 doesn't do anything here, so just take this trade. Then he can choose to take this trade. All right. And this is kind of the weakness with this deck. You don't have that much removal. Oh, it's a bodyguard, right? Oh, it isn't a bodyguard. What does he do? When this character challenged and is banished, you may banish the challenging character. Okay. That's a good card. So we have board. I'm gonna ink this one because we have another one, right? We can try to set up the Rockstar now, but we have 5 cards in hand. He only has the 1, so we don't need to refuel our hands quite yet. I think it's better to play this as a bodyguard because it's a 3/6. He needs to do some wacky stuff to get rid of this one, right? Like trade these two in it. So play this one with the bodyguard, and then we're gonna take this trade, so then he can't even get rid of this one. So take this trade and then start questing with Rapunzel. There you go. This one quests for 2, this one also quests for 2, but if he uses this one, we can just get rid of it. Next turn, we can hardcast. Then we play this one, maybe hardcast this one. Oh. Doesn't that draw him a lot of cards? Oh, he also plays a Rockstar. Alright. I think... Oh, okay. Alright. Let's see. We have to get our Rockstar down and then start making waves, right? So this is 5 investment as opposed to 6. So play the Stitch. Play this one, shift it onto this one. Then ink the LeFou. Play this one, select, draw another card. That's a good card. And then just quest with this. We're gonna keep up with him because he's gonna quest for 5 and we're gonna quest for 6. So it depends on what he draws, right? And I don't think he has any removal. He only smacks us for removal. Ah, nice. All right. All right. Well, let's see. What does that token mean? We're not gonna trade. We need to race. We are ahead. So we're gonna have him make the trades. We're first gonna play this, then draw another card. Play this, draw another card. Fuddle. A card with 2 costs, which he does not have. So this can go. No. I want to ink you. There you go. And then we're going to play the friends on the other side. We're not going to sing. We're just going to draw 2 cards. Cool. Quest, because we need to keep up. And then we're going to pass. And I think we have lethal. Yeah, we have lethal on board. So he needs to get rid of our cards, right? What? Oh, this was a 2 cost. Okay, got it. Sure. Cool. Nice. So we might have made a mistake there. Maybe we had to trade into his guys. But let's see. We're 2 off. He has 11. So we need to kill something that goes for 3. Which is this dude. Okay, so we need to try to kill him. Which we can't. Huh. That's rough. Let's see. Is 5. Or we need to... What inks for 2? You go for 2 so we can kill you. And we can't kill you. We don't have any. So we need to draw a Rafiki. So let's go and see if we can get a Rafiki, which we don't. All right, well then let's get this dude. That's fine. Let's see. No, I think this is going to be it, because we can't... We have 4 damage. Yeah, that's going to be it. All right. So I think that second to last turn, we made a mistake. Maybe we should have traded instead of trying to set up lethal. Oh well, you live, you learn. Let's see, we want this card. That's a 3-drop. So hard mulligan to see if we can get the Simba. Now we do need to have a second turn play, or else we'll fall behind. This deck is... Oh, there's the Simba. This deck is just pure aggro, right? So we need to have a good start. Like, holy shit, man. Okay. Let's ink the Dafu, because I don't see us playing him anytime soon. I think turn 3, if we can, we'll just go up on all the Lilos. Let's see how that works. Donald Duck. All right. I value the Rafiki more, right, than to draw an additional card with her. Start questing. Because this is our only form of removal, and we have multiple forms of drawing cards. That's why I value the Rafiki more. Simba can sing this song next turn to get us another card. And I'm not sure about this Dr. Felicia. Alright, Aladdin. So he can get rid of the Simba. Make Simba sing. What do we want to draw? Well, let's draw the Stitch, because we do play Rockstar. Oh, huh. We don't have an inkable card. Okay, so let's ink the Stitch. And then we'll play Lilo into another Lilo. And let's see what he's got. So his Aladdin is going to die if he wants to take this trade. And then we can just either do a Rafiki into this guy, right? And if he now wants to try to race with all these Lilos, that's not going to happen. I actually want to play this card. But we can't. Because we do need to keep on inking until we have at least 5, so that we can play anything that we get, right? So let's see, he wants to do this and this, so that the Aladdin can grab one of our Lilos. Okay, so we are going to play Rafiki, not going to use the rush, but just to have it out there as a threat for, well, this one, I guess. All right. Quest, and quest. Let's see what he's got. He could also Dragonfire this turn, by the way. Then he could take care of all the Lilos. But he doesn't have it. Alright. So we can Quest for 5. There's the Rockstar. 7, 5. It's rough, right? But I think we have to. Okay, so ink this guy. Sucks. Play another Rafiki. Alright. Take this trade. And take this trade. And then if he wants to slam into the Lilos with this and this, it'll kill his Pongo. And I will be able to kill his Mad Hatter with just one attack. But we are running low on cards, which is actually weird because this deck was built to have a big hand, or at least keep our hand up. So I do hope we'll see like friends on the other side next turn or something, right? Oh, that's gonna be a problem. All right, yeah. So what did she do again? During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character, your other characters get +1 this turn. Okay. Are we gonna play the Pascal? Well, we need to take this trade, which sucks. If we quest with the Rafiki, then this trade is gonna happen. No, we're not gonna ink the Pascal, right? But then this card is dead in hand. Well, and then potentially we can play it next turn. It's a 4/5. No, I think it's better to have the Pascal on the field as a potential additional quester. Sure. And then we're gonna quest with this, because then he can take this trade, but then his Mulan will have 2 damage. All right. All right. So because we played the Pascal, I was hoping we grab a character that can just stand here and look pretty, right? At least so that the Pascal can quest, and because it has evasive, he's not going to be able to kill it. So maybe we can just win on the back of Pascal. As long as we don't quest with this. Ooh, but he has a genie. All right, that sucks. So I wonder, right? Like if this is... Oh, that's a good card. Shift 5, so... Play these 2. Next turn. Quest for 4 to win. Interesting. Let's see if it works. Yeah, so I think that if this goes to late game, we're going to take the win. And depends if he has more, or if he's going to play more abruptive cards. But he's just going to load up his board. And then there was me bitching about the Dr. Falicier. And here he is, handing me the win. All right. So maybe he does deserve to stay in the deck. All right. Well, we keep the Lilo. We don't have a turn 2 play, so that could be our guest. I am going to get rid of all these because I do think, well, we have a chance to get another 3 drop, right? And we really want to have a better 2 drop. Maybe also just get rid of this because I don't like this hand at all. Sure. Let's try it like this. That's a good card. And there's our number 3. Nice. Well, sometimes, you know, it's just luck of the draw. Opponent having a hard time. Alright, Shield of Virtue. I'm going to ink the Dr. Falicier because I don't see us playing him anytime soon. Play Lilo and pass. Then into the Simba because that's basically like the strongest combo in this deck. Cruella, alright. That's a 1-3 and so he can't take care of the Simba, but if he does, oh, I first need to ink something. Let's see. Can't ink her. Be our guest. No. I think it's best then to ink the Stitch. Like this turn we play this card. Next turn we're probably going to play this one or this one. So then that's a turn 4 play. And if Simba survives, then we can sing Be Our Guest with it and to get us a better card, right? So there we go. There goes all the Lafus. Evasive, alright. Simba's gonna survive. So he's gonna do the evasive. He's gonna slam this one into it. Which is fine, because now we can do Be Our Guest. Sing with Simba. We just got rid of our Stitch. We also are running low on inkable cards. Let's get this one and that should be fine. All right. So we need to ink something, play something. We can take this trade here. So I think that would be best for this turn. And then we are going to ink him because we are going to need her to refuel our hand. They discard. Hit here. And quest for 2. Our opponent is doing a good job at keeping up with us. Now he can make this, and if he takes this trade, I don't think that works because that's only when she's challenged. Yeah, she's challenged. This trade can happen later on. He's just gonna quest. All right, interesting. Let's see. I have a bodyguard which is gonna quest so then he first needs to get rid of this before he can get rid of the Rafiki. So we're going to have Rafiki sing this, draw 2 cards. This one quests for 2. We don't need to draw more cards, so we can ink this one, then play the Mickey and another Lilo. There we go, because now we have a lot to quest for. And we can still take this trade, right? If he quests with the Hans. And to get rid of this one, he needs to chuck that one in it. Then he can take care of the Lilo, but then we have another Lilo waiting. He does have Dragonfire, nice. Alright, but he's running low on cards. So, well, Rafiki takes care of both of them, so he's better off questing with both of them. He doesn't quest with the Hans. All right, so let's see. She's going to send something back to my hand. That means that we can quest, quest, and then hit her here. Right, maybe even play this Rafiki. Sure, let's quest with everything, right? And then just see what he wants to send back to our hand. Well, it's not going to be the Lilo. Yeah, probably going to be the Mickey. Are we going to ink something? Might as well. Sure, let's ink her. And then he can take the Lilo trade. And he's going to try and race us. He's ahead on board now. And yeah. And we don't have any way to take care of the evasive units, right? This trade. And because we need to race, we're gonna load up on these dudes. We need to draw another stitch. This gives us 5. So he's gonna probably take this trade because the pan just quests for 1. Oh, he's not. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Everything is going to quest. Then ink this dude and I don't know. Sure. Okay. If he can't get rid of the stitch, right? Like he needs to get rid of 3 characters or else he loses. These 2 he can trade into, so he then also needs a Dragonfire to get rid of the stitch. Ah, nice. Or a Genie. Genie is also fine. This one will just die, so this is this trade. And this is this trade. Otherwise, he can ink for 5. Well, or quest for 5. So now he has 4. That means that next turn he still doesn't have lethal. And this one dude is enough. Let's see. Be our guest. If we get another stitch, then we can't play him. So we're just gonna play this one. And now he needs to have another answer. And are we gonna ink that? No, we're not gonna ink that one. Just in case. So he can take this trade or this trade. But then he needs an answer for the Stitch again. Well, if he has another Genie, Mother Knows Best, whatever, right? So he does have answers. But the question is, does he actually have them? Would appear not. So then we just win. Let's see, if he would have attacked and then quested and then played like a Dragon's Fire or something, then he would have lost out on 3 lore. So I don't think he would have won then, even the turn after. Let's see, this time we don't have a Lilo. So we're gonna play LeFou into a Stitch, into a LeFou, into a Rafiki. Don't need this one, don't need this one, don't need this one, and don't need this one. Hey, we drew the combo anyways. So now we're gonna ink the Olaf. Oh, we're going first. Nice. To play the Lilo. I think every game I started off with the Lilo Simba combo. It's insane. All right, Sapphire, Amethyst. All right. So we now have 2 of the LeFous, and they just quest for 2, right? They don't do anything else. So I'd rather than ink the LeFou instead of anything else, because then we have our options open. And that's well, at least that's what I think is a good idea when you're inking. Try to ink your duplicates to have more options, because you don't know how the game's going to play out. Right, next turn we do have the Rafiki to trash into something, but I'd rather play the Maleficent because we're running low on cards. All right, so can take that trade, but we don't actually want to. We're gonna ink the LeFou, because I don't think we need to go that fast this game. And then I think, because next turn, oh, maybe Stitch would be better to play. No, okay. We're gonna go with the original plan. Draw more cards. This next turn can refuel our hands. Quest with this, and that's it. So what I was debating was whether it would have been better to play the LeFou and the Stitch, because then the turn after I could play the Rockstar, but we don't have any other 2 drops to play. So playing the Rockstar wouldn't necessarily be beneficial for us. See, and we didn't need to take that trade because this trade's going to happen. That's actually a good draw. So we're gonna sing, and with our current hand we can do the Stitch, play again the Simba as a bodyguard, and play another Stitch, quest again and pass. So now next turn, if we draw a 1-drop, we can go Shift Stitch and then play the Stitch, or we can play a Rafiki to get rid of something. And I don't think he has removal to get rid of my Simba. Oh, right, let it go. That's a card. Okay, so I am tempted to play the Stitch now for 4. Right, and then just quest for a lot. But we can also ink, play Rafiki, kill this dude, play Maleficent. No, I think this is the stronger play. And then just get rid of the Maleficent because she just quests for 1. Right, so get rid of the Maleficent. Play this dude, shift onto this dude. There we go. We don't have to ink this turn because I want to play this card next turn to refuel our hands. But being on 6 would be... Well, if we draw another inkable card next turn, we can play Maleficent, refuel our hands, and still have the Rafiki option, or even have the double Rafiki option. So this is fine. Ooh, Mufasa. What do you do? Oh, you just quest for a lot. All right. This is better. So this trade can happen, right? But if he makes this trade, then he loses on 3 lore. This is a good card. Okay. And that's where we stop. Let's see. We're on 5 ink now, or 5 lore. So this is gonna happen. So then we still need 8, but you don't quest for 2. So then is it better to load up the board? I think so in this particular matchup because he doesn't have a board wipe. So friends on the other side can go. Just to play this one, draw another card. Good. And then next turn we can quest for 6. So we didn't set up lethal, but we're gonna come close. All right, and then, yep, Rockstar's gonna go away. He has to. Okay. So they don't actually, they just quest for a lot, but he's so far behind, right? If we just quest for these 2 and then load up the board. Play this card, play this one. It's 4, so we can quest for 2 now. We can quest for 2 the turn after this. Play the Rafiki as well. So if we quest for 2 now, then we're on 15. Quest for 3, then we're on 18. So I think that's a better play. To just keep on adding pressure and hope that we can, or that we are faster before he gets control of the board again. Because we're in a tough spot now, right? He just needs to get rid of our guys and then he can quest for a lot. All right. What does she do? Oh, she heals the characters. All right. Another Rafiki. Okay. So this can go, this can go, this can go. And now we also have an evasive character that he needs to deal with. Because he can take this one, can take this one, and then he needs to remove these two, or else he can't remove my evasive characters, and he needs to remove at least 4. He needs to remove 4 characters. I can remove 2, so then he needs to remove these 2. Oh, that's gonna steal stuff from me, right? Yeah. Okay, so he just needs to remove one more. All right.